concerning the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and the coach, Joseph Peseiro, has picked up his team list, and we're analyzing it, and I've still got Tayo Olukunbi, who is still on the line, joining us to talk about, to analyze that team list, and also the people, the players who are missing on that list. Tayo, good to have you back with us.
Yeah, good to be back here, Udoka.
Yeah, we're talking about the team list and the absence of Victor Osimhen. Do you think this is, they say there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Is this the light at the end of the tunnel for Victor Boniface?
I think this is the perfect opportunity for him to take a claim to be the man leading the attack for Super Eagles. I know Victor Osimhen will always have the edge because of what he's done in the last 1 to 2 years. But Victor Boniface has also shown that he's capable of handling more responsibility for the Super Eagles. We saw Jose Peseiro try to deploy a different tactics in the last match where he played both of them together. We saw another edge to Victor Boniface's game, knowing that he can actually drop deeper and play behind a main striker, and also shows that he has some eye for good passes and can link on play. And I think that's an added advantage to him. And maybe that would help him have more say in who leads the line for the Super Eagles. But in the absence of Victor Osimhen, I think this is a big chance for Victor Boniface to show that, yes, he can actually lead the line. And I'm backing him to be able to show it. If he can't do it against teams like Lesotho and Zimbabwe, then which other teams do you want to do it? So this is a good opportunity for him. And I'm hoping some other players also can actually put their name up in the conversation. I'm looking at Terence Murphy. He's been in and out of the Super Eagles since ever he got his first call-up. And I think in the absence of Victor Osimhen, he's got a chance also to show that he can be a regular part of the Super Eagles going forward. So I'm expecting he will get some minutes in the game against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. Sadio Kumar has not had a very good time recently with his club, Real Sociedad. I think this is another opportunity for him also to really strengthen his reputation with the Super Eagles and by extension his club. I will not look beyond Victor Boniface starting as the top striker in both matches, and I hope he takes advantage of this opportunity that has presented itself.
About a top striking position for the Super Eagles, we know that Nigeria has a plethora of strikers spread across Europe, and one man is missing from that list, Gift Orban. He is missing, and just yesterday in the Europa League, he bagged the hat-trick for his team, Ghent, in that one, and the fans are already asking, why is Gift Orban missing from the Super Eagles list? What do you think happened? Because the last time he was invited for the game against Sao Tome, he was injured and he could not feature for Nigeria. And we all thought he was going to get a chance to come back and showcase what he knows how, what he can do on the football pitch. But of course, he was not invited this time around, but still bagged a hat-trick. And he has been nominated for the Player of the Month in the Bundesliga.
For Gift Orban, I think his time will come. He's still very young. Age is still on his side. And we have to understand that he's not hit the height he was last season. I think he's had a stuttering start to this season, especially due to the fact that he went on a bit of some time out due to injury. So I think that has affected his progress coming from last season into this season. But I still feel his time will come. He's shown that he's got that quality also. He just needs to be consistent. Now that he's back from injury, he needs a long run, both in terms of minutes and in terms of product. And I'm sure his time will come. I did say earlier, also Peseiro has tried to put something of a bit of progress. He said that the World Cup qualifiers, he's been building up from it, right from the African qualifiers, and we saw it almost releasing a very strong team list for the game against Sao Tome and Principe, which was a dead rubber. But he said it doesn't matter if it's a dead rubber, it's also a preparatory game for him in the build-up to the World Cup qualifier. So there's that progress both in the Super Eagles plan and the team list, and so I would not blame the coach not wanting to throw in too many new faces, and I think he's done well with this team list. Let's have that chemistry going on with the Super Eagles team. Let's have that progress going on, and maybe when we are able to secure that World Cup ticket, we can then begin to try out new faces ahead of the next phase of the build-up. I'm hoping to see what Nathan Teller can do in the team. He's a new face in this team, and I hope he gets some minutes. We saw him mostly with Burnley last season. It was a present figure in their run-up to winning the English Championship, and he's moved to Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, where he's not doing too badly, but I'm still hoping that he can do more and take a claim as to be a part of the Super Eagles World Cup. So it's just going on with what Peseiro is doing, and I like it. Let's have that consistency. Let's have that progress. Let's just stop throwing too many ingredients into the soup every time we have to cook. Let's have something definite. Let's build on that, and we can have a Super Eagles we can be proud of, that will have an identity, and we can always close our eyes and know that they will do the business.
Doing the business will be done right there in Uyo, talking about the Godswill Akpabio Stadium. And for football fans spread across the country, they believe that the best fit for the Super Eagles is the Uyo Stadium, the nest of champions. And they got a victory over Sao Tome and Principe at the last time they played in September. And they're hoping that they can do the same against Lesotho. But what do you make of that stadium in Uyo?
That's the best we have right now. And that's not my assessment. That's also an assessment coming from CAF. I have to say, fantastic job done by the Akwa Ibom state government. Ever the stadium has been built, maintenance has always been our problem in Nigeria. It's not about having this infrastructure. It's the fact that we've not been able to maintain most of them, and that's why they keep getting dilapidated. And for the Uyo for the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, I think the Akwa Ibom state government has done very well in keeping that edifice and making sure that it still continues to rank one of the best. And it was no surprise that CAF came through and said that's the only stadium that would be perfect to host qualifiers for the Super Eagles in this World Cup campaign. I still hope that we can get the Moshood Abiola Stadium back to the international reckoning. I think it's just the pitch that has been a problem recently. The National Stadium is still a long way off. That's the National Stadium in Lagos. I still hope that we can bring back that also to its former place of glory. But for right now, any Nigerian, almost all Nigeria will agree with you that Uyo is the best that we have right now. And I hope we can keep maintaining it and keep it in that international shape.
You know, for Uyo, the fans have also been exciting because when they played against Sao Tome, I saw how interested they were in the game. Some of them were even hanging on the barriers of the stadium, just wanting to catch a glimpse of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And after the game, they were screaming that they wanted to see their star boy, Victor Osimhen. And it just shows you the love the fans have for the Super Eagles. And we just hope that these games continue to happen in places where the fans appreciate watching Nigeria play football. And I hope that it brings more good luck for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So looking ahead of that game now, do you think the fans will also turn up? And how many goals do you think Nigeria will score against Lesotho?
We have a full capacity in Uyo. Don't forget that it's very close to my base here in Cross River State. And I know every time there's a match in Uyo concerning the Super Eagles, people also move right here from Cross River State to Uyo to get to be a part of that match. So expect that we'll have the same people coming in from Rivers, people coming in from Ebonyi, people coming in from Cross River State. So I'm expecting we'll have a full house. We don't get to see the Super Eagles very often. I think there was a period where the MKO Stadium in Abuja was up and running and the Super Eagles had to play there. So this is an opportunity to get to the Super Eagles, and I'm sure the people in the South would most likely take advantage of that. I'm expecting a full house for that game against Lesotho. And if we don't beat Lesotho as much as 4-0, I'll be particularly disappointed. But 3 points is what matters. You know, it's a race to qualifying for the World Cup, and only the first teams in each group get automatic tickets, and that's what I want the Super Eagles to be able to do. We need to qualify automatically. I don't want us going through the playoffs or anything. And you know, this time around, the playoff chances are much slimmer than what we used to have before. So I think this is a very big opportunity for the Super Eagles. Get to top the group and get to qualify automatically for the World Cup. And there's no better way to start that than getting maximum points from countries like Lesotho and Zimbabwe. Against Lesotho, I'm expecting 4 goals or more.
Forward to that game between Nigeria and Lesotho. You have predicted 4 goals or more for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But of course, thank you very much, Taya, for joining us. And whenever I hear Uyo, I just want to eat the food, ekwankukwo, and I'm sure you've had enough of it over there in Uyo. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Udoka, for always having me. You can tune in Skype on